Let's talk about 10 fragrances that I appreciated the most this year. What's going on, guys? It's the Middle Eastern Fragrance King, Neeb with Aromatics. I want to first start off by saying Happy New Year's and hopefully many more years to come. May God grant you all health, wealth, and prosperity in these times of celebration. We have to remember what we're celebrating. It's more time that we're given on this earth. Spend it wisely, spend it with those that you love. So this new year, I'm spending it with those that I love, and I'm here at the comfort of my home, dressed in my Middle Eastern attire, and I thought, you know what, before I head out and go spend some time with family, I'd spend a little bit of time with you guys. You guys are also considered my fragrance family. So without further ado, let's get into 10 of the most impressionable fragrances that I wore in 2022. The first fragrance we're going to start off with is my favorite of 2022. This one really knocked my socks off. This had me going bonkers. I have 3 backup bottles of this fragrance, and this is probably going to be my #1 of all time for a long time. Christian Petrovich, thank you, sir. You made something that I think is straight up liquid gold. This is from Argos Fragrances, and it's called Adonis Awakens. I mean, from the bottle to the cap to the juice, this thing is just getting richer and richer and denser and sexier. Head turner, mouth-watering rose, super jammy rose, some cashmere, super sexy, bright, sparkly raspberry, gorgeous fragrance. Smells like money. This smells like the color gold. So this is definitely #1 on my list. The second fragrance is also from Argos Fragrances. It is what it is, man. Yes, they are that good. They really are. And this is Danae. Danae is also a gorgeous fragrance, and what essentially I get with this one, it has that Mysore sandalwood and that cashmere and a lot of the same notes that you will find in Adonis Awakens. So if you're not too much of a fan of that rose, you think rose comes off a little femme, which honestly, in my opinion, definitely does not. They're both slightly unisex. This one does away with that rose, that jammy rose, and kind of focuses a little bit more on those clean woods and some cashmere. It's very soft, sophisticated, and loud. Both of these fragrances are just absolutely gorgeous. And over time, the color definitely gets richer. This, I also have another 2 bottles as a backup. Clearly, Argos Fragrances has stole my heart in the year 2022. #2 was Danae. This next fragrance has made its way into the last 4 consecutive years. This is DIOR Homme Original. Still has that lipstick, makeup bag, buttery iris with some cedar, nice, fresh, bright woods, along with that nice makeup bag. Super sophisticated, very clean, easy to wear in my opinion. Gorgeous, timeless fragrance. DIOR Homme. This next fragrance is relatively new. I think this is the best flanker, and honestly, I would go with just this one. If I had to pick one out of the entire line, this would definitely be my pick. It's Emporio Armani's Stronger With You, Absolutely. Absolutely the best one out of the line. The next fragrance that really made its impression on me, a very good impression on me in the year of 2022, comes from the house of XERJOFF, and this is XERJOFF CRUZ del Sur 2. Simply put, is a mango smoothie. Milky, lactonic mango. That's what this is. Super tropical, dense, not really a summertime fragrance, very edible. Gourmand lovers, mango smoothie. This next fragrance, unfortunately, is a discontinued gem. This is niche quality, and honestly probably would be classified as one of my favorite niche, but I'm going to reel it back in before we even talk about niche. This is actually a designer, and it's from Valentino, and this is Valentino UOMO Noir Absolu. Absolutely one of the best sandalwood and cinnamon fragrances. Unfortunately, like I said, this is a discontinued gem. You can still find it for some outrageous prices on eBay, but I still think that this is pretty worth it. $200 to $250, I think what it's going for right now, but if you haven't gotten your nose on this and you can still sample it, I would say try that. This next fragrance had my heart for a couple of months in 2022, and it had me on the hunt for many dupes and fragrances that have the same vibes in the same category. And this fragrance comes from Killian, and it's called Black Phantom. This fragrance has probably one of the best presentations out of all of these fragrances, aside from what Argos does with their bottles. All in all, this one definitely has left its mark, and it will be one that I continue to wear for many years to come. Killian's Black Phantom. This next fragrance had me in the earlier months of 2022, vanilla and ginger. It's rather fresh. There's a feel of ambroxan here. It's very loud and it works. This smells very sexy, and to be honest, this is probably the best of their offerings, and this comes from the house of NISHANE, and it's called Ani. Like I said, y'all, vanilla and ginger. This is an essential. I think every man should have this in their collection. Not just man, honestly, woman as well. Very unisex. This next fragrance had my heart for about a week or so until I was very let down by the performance. Nonetheless, it's still a fragrance that has definitely left its mark in 2022. One of the best DNAs in my opinion. It's very close to that DIOR Homme Parfum DNA, and I think it was a reinvented 2.0 DIOR Homme until I got my nose on it and really wore it and saw that the performance was lackluster. I thought I'd let it sit around and mature a little bit and report back to you guys. And this comes from a brand new house called Mind Games, and this is Gardez. This was good enough for me to purchase at retail for the $345 price tag. A little unfortunate that it doesn't last as well as I would hope that it would last, but time will tell, and hopefully this fragrance will prove me wrong. So still an impressionable fragrance, still smells awesome in my opinion, Gardez. And lastly, on the list is a Middle Eastern fragrance that's affordable, that's sexy, that's new, that hit the market like a freaking tornado. This one set people's houses on fire. People sold their cars to purchase this fragrance. I would hope not. I would hope not, but I would not be surprised. And Fragcom is crazy. It really is. I mean, just... This fragrance comes from Latava, and it's Latava Khamrah. This is, in my opinion, better than Killian's Angel Share. I find this to lean a little bit more masculine, has a little bit more of a spice kick than the by Killian's Angel Share. It is in the same family as Angel Share, but a little bit more spicier. I personally enjoy this one a lot more. I lied, y'all. There is one more fragrance. We're gonna go ahead and sneak this one in as a bonus. This one is a Saudi Arabian brand that I've been rocking for the last 5 years, and it will continue to make my favorite fragrances list year after year after year. The performance, the smell, this has a perfect blend of saffron, oud. It's in that right balance of animalic, but not too animalic. It's got some creaminess in here. There's definitely some sandalwood. There's some tonka sweetness in here. This is a gorgeous fragrance that's timeless. And this, I feel like, when you smell it, it's me. This is me in a bottle. And this is called Elite Blend from Oud Elite. Like I said, this is a Saudi Arabian brand. You probably can only purchase this on eBay right now. Not many markets, if any, have this in the United States, but this is definitely one that's going to continue to pop up on my Fragrance of the Year list. All of these are awesome fragrances. All of these have left a lasting impression and have left many scent memories. First one and the most one out of this entire list that has really engraved itself in my heart and in my mind is Adonis Awakens. So bravo to Argos fragrances. All these fragrances have left their mark in 2022. What was some of your favorite fragrances in 2022? Leave it down in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this list. And if you want to watch more videos just like this and more, then you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next year. Peace.